This Zohran Mamdani, who is a young, like attractive, energetic person who's got some wacky ideas about like free grocery stores and free bus rides. I mean, if you were homeless, wouldn't you just go to hang out on the bus? If it was free, I would. I don't take buses. I don't care what happens to them. But I imagine there are people that do take them, and they don't want just homeless people on the buses and people selling drugs on the buses and fucking people on the buses. But that's what I would do if it was all free and I was homeless. I'd go, well, why wouldn't I just get on a bus? But he's going to have the grocery stores because of the price of food, and he's going to, instead of police, when someone lights someone on fire on the subway, he's going to send like a team of mental health professionals to ask that person to stop and to de-escalate the situation. Because in his mind, and in the mind of many people, the de-escalation is going to be done like with a compassion and like having like an intellectual game plan going into it when there's like a guy who's like screaming and, you're going to be like, all right, how do we get to him? Like, how do we Jedi mind read where he's at? And it's going to be interesting and exciting to see what happens with that. I do think you need the threat of lethal force in a lot of cases. Not all of them, but it does seem like if there's a guy and he's about to light a woman on fire, it's kind of interesting being like, hey, where's this coming from? Like, where's this coming from? Why are you doing this? What is this going to solve, really? Don't you understand that by lighting this innocent woman on fire, you're putting yourself into a position you don't want to be. And it seems to me that you're in pain and you're hurting. And I understand that a lot of things about society don't make any sense, right? I mean, all these apartments, all these rich guys live in them, but they don't even live there. Like, they barely live there. They use these apartment buildings as vertical money laundering units, and they launder money from all over the world, and they don't pay any taxes. And the working class bears the brunt of this because their jobs are shipped overseas and their standard of living drops. I understand where your rage comes from. And then at this point, the guys are, and they go, that guttural yell is, we understand where it comes from. It's the lack of health care, the respect that women aren't given, how much harder it is for trans people of color. And the guy's like, but then he starts to like, and then they walk over, they start petting him. He puts the gas can down, and they go, we know. And they go, we know how difficult it is to exist in a society like that. So let us take you to this government-owned grocery store. Would you like to go to the government-owned grocery store? They have a lot of they have little hummus cups. And the thing about hummus, and there'll be a Jewish girl with big glasses, and she'll go, and the thing about hummus is if you eat too much, I get gassy, but these little hummus cups are like perfectly portioned. And the guy will go, and then he'll be like shirtless, he's covered in blood, and then he puts a gas can down, and then they walk him out, and then they bring him to the government grocery store, and they start talking to him about, and then they'll find out the whole thing was a gluten allergy, that he was not metabolizing gluten, and that's one of the reasons he was going to light that woman on fire on the subway. And if that works, I hope it works. By the way, count me in. I'd like it to work. I'm no fan of the cops. I was pulled over going 97 out to Southampton. Fuck you, I'll never do a fundraiser for you, scum. Stay with the fire department. Never see me wearing an NYPD hat. Even though they don't really bother me, but the Long Island Trooper, New York State Troopers, fuck you. Not for me. It is what it is. They got me going 97 or 87, whatever, 87, it's not right. They see the Bentley. It's class warfare. Everyone's speeding. Everyone's going fast. They pull me over because they're like, fuck this guy. Then they pull me over. They're like, where do you even live? I go, who knows? They go, where's this car registered? I go, I think Beverly Hills, buddy. Just write the ticket, you slob. So I'm not cucking for the cops. I'm just saying it might be interesting because I think, if we look at San Francisco and a few of these other cities, Portland, Seattle, Detroit, Chicago, the Democrats who've run these cities haven't produced great things. But I don't know. Maybe it won't go that way, where it's like flash mobs of children. I mean, Chicago's just fully got flash mobs of teenagers storming places.